What's up? I'm Patrick and welcome to ISW Reacts. Today I'm reacting to Jacob Collier and Chris Martin Fix You. This was requested by THS as one of his monthly requests included in my Patreon membership. Thank you so much for all of your support. I really appreciate it. He says that Chris Martin is a singer, composer, pianist, guitarist, and member of Coldplay, and he's a surprise guest here. But that's not who it is about for him. He's talking about Jacob Collier. Jacob is a magician and is here for everyone to start things off something beautifully simple and simply beautiful. And for once, this is a cover of a song I actually know. I know that's a rare thing, but I feel like Coldplay in general is a band that even if you tried, you wouldn't be able to avoid hearing anything by them, at least like some years ago. So I've heard the song. It's been a while since I've last heard it, but if I remember correctly, I think I liked the original. And Jacob Collier is an artist I haven't heard before, so I'm excited to check him out for the first time today. If you want to be like THS and support me and my channel, you can request the song on my Buy Me a Coffee page, or you can check out my Patreon, where you can find some exclusive content like this one. You get requests included monthly and some other things. The links are in the description if you're interested. Thank you very much. Before we start, please also leave a like, consider subscribing, and now let's just get into it.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed.
Okay.
When you get what you want, but not what you need. When you feel so tired, you can't sleep. Stuck in reverse, and the tears come streaming down your face.
He has an interesting way of singing.
When you lose something that you can't replace. When you love someone and it goes to waste.
Wow.
Oh, could it be worse? Sing it. Lights will guide.
Instant chills. Beautiful. Wow. The expressions on the faces of the audience are awesome.
Wait, I'm not that good. I'm the worst musician in this room. Did you change to E?
Yeah, we need that.
Shit, okay. Hold on. Typical Jacob. Well, high up above or down below. When you were too in love to let it show. But if you never try, you'll never know. just what you were. Stick to our chords. Or in the chorus.
Wait a second. Let's go. Sing it.
Lights will guide you on. Come on. And ignite your bones. And I will try to fix you.
Ready?
I love his shoes, by the way. Are those Crocs? Okay. Wow. What's happening here?
Down your face when you lose something you cannot replace. Tears stream down your face and tears stream down your face. I promise you I will learn from my mistake. Tears stream down your face and lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
It's just playing the audience as an instrument.
I will try to fix you.
Wow. What just happened? What was I watching? Wow, I'm blown away. So I think I might need some context here, because I mean that wasn't a normal like concert or performance. What is this audience? Is this some kind of choir, or is it like really his audience and he's kind of rehearsing with them? How does that work? Because all of them knew what to do, knew what he meant by his hand gestures, and also the comment by Chris Martin saying that he's the worst musician in the room started to make sense when the whole audience started to create this soundscape. Wow. I don't even really know what to say. Chronologically starting in the beginning, Jacob was singing, and I already really like that because he's got a pretty unique voice and unique way of singing, and he already showed there that he has a lot of control over his voice, the phrasing, the delivery, the dynamics of his vocals, the switches into the falsetto. Already incredible, and that already sounded so good. Then there was the first chorus, and the audience started to join in, and I was already blown away. But I thought, okay, that's a chorus that everyone knows. So they probably just joined him. Like, we see that here and there when just the audience sings together with the vocalist, which, by the way, if you've seen a few of my reactions, I feel like it's more common like in the rock or metal scene maybe, but I always say how much I love it when a crowd comes together and sings together. That kind of creates a moment of unity within the audience, but also a connection between the crowd and the artist on stage. And I just always get chills when many people sing together. I think it almost always sounds beautiful, and it almost always kind of hits a nerve for me, and it did here as well. I definitely instantly got chills, then because it's also such an emotional song overall, and then this atmosphere added to that. Overall, I feel like the whole song, this whole performance made me kind of emotional. But then Chris Martin comes on stage. The reactions of the crowd were amazing. Everybody was kind of shocked. So it seems that surprise definitely worked. He also seems pretty likable, and I always felt like he has also such a recognizable voice. He delivers with a lot of emotion. His voice always sounds a little vulnerable, a little fragile, which makes everything seem very sincere, very authentic. And he did here as well. I like that. Also, when he and Jacob then sing together, sounds great. But then there's obviously the part that surprised and blew me away the most, when he turns the audience into participants. I'm just assuming they are a real audience, even if it sounds like it's just 1,000 professional musicians, or probably a couple thousand. But he starts to conduct the other people, and everybody seems to know what they have to do, and it creates such a beautiful atmosphere. So many like layers and harmonies, and sometimes it almost sounded or felt like he was like using different parts of the audience for different notes and almost created like chords through that. I mentioned it during the song. He's almost playing the crowd as an instrument, and that choir, that big, rich sound, those textures, those layers, it's almost sounding like an orchestra. It's sounding so full. It's giving the whole song a very unique twist. I haven't seen anything like this before. Once again, like I mentioned before, it's many people singing together, creating something beautiful together, being kind of a community in that moment, and everybody does their part for this, let's call it product in the end, this sound. So I think it's not just that it sounds beautiful in the end, but it also has to be such a beautiful feeling. I also think Jacob added some things to the song. I think Chris Martin also said it during the performance, please stick to our chords. So please let me know what kind of background Jacob has, because for me it sounded like he's throwing in some jazzy elements with like those chord progressions. Also sometimes creating a little tension with some notes or some chords, and then releasing again like a resolution, if you know what I mean. And I feel like he did that when he played the keys, but he also added those sounds in the choir section. So he's definitely transforming the song in a couple of different ways. Normally I also don't really talk about lyrics of a cover song, but maybe just a few words on that, because it's a song I've heard a couple of times but never really thought about the lyrics. But it feels like a very emotional song, not just by the sound but also by the lyrics. I would maybe say probably about comforting a loved one, about being there and showing support through painful, hard times, through challenges. I think also about being there through times of loss. I think they say when you lose something you can't replace. So I don't know if it's necessarily a person or something else. It could be anything, but being there in such hard times. I'm personally not a big fan of the word fix, even if it's most likely not meant like literally here. But sometimes you hear that phrase when people say I can fix them, I can change them, so to say. And I think most of the times people don't really need like fixing, but more of support, comfort, compassion, because some things can't be fixed or can't be repaired, and I think some things also don't have to be fixed, because, for example, I just talked about loss, that kind of belongs to life, and there are certain things, certain traumas, certain painful memories that you won't forget. And I think some experiences are part of your life, just even if they are painful, but they make you what you are. But like I said, I don't have the, or I don't feel like it's meant literally here, because the rest of the lyrics are showing it's about support, it's about being there, and I think that is an important thing, and that can help so much in like very dark times, to have someone who's just there, who shows love, who shows support, even when you can't take away pain, or you can't heal those wounds, that pain. Having someone and sharing these experiences can make it easier to carry these struggles. Thank you so much, THS, for this request. I'm still blown away. I'm still a little bit in shock of what just happened. Something I truly didn't expect. I have never seen anything like this. I'm already curious to read the comments on the background, on the context of Jacob, of this performance, or his performances. I don't know if that's a common thing he does. Watching this was a great experience. It's such a beautiful atmosphere, a beautiful song, a great collaboration, both of them individually but also together seem to have a great chemistry and great charisma, and those harmonies, those layers of like so many people singing together is just wonderful, and all that in a song that is already beautiful, that is already emotional. It made me even more emotional hearing these many people collectively singing. This was just awesome. Please let me know what other songs by him I should check out, or if you have any other artists you would like me to react to, please also let me know. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.